Okay, we're back. Good to see you. It's been a minute. Today I wanted to talk to you guys about something that kind of helped me when moments get a little bit difficult. I think it's really important, actually. So this is my little book of magic. This holds all of the different pieces of useful knowledge as I'm on this journey. It's really just a bulleting journal that allows me to kind of keep track and write down anything that I find useful. And you can even have a table of contents so you can keep track of all of your thoughts, ideas, learnings, XYZ. This has been a great investment. I highly recommend it. So, what are we going to do today? Today, I want to share with you some of my core memories that I kind of remind myself of when moments are kind of difficult and what I learned from those exact moments. Ooh, this is a good one. The giant VR spider. It'll make sense in a minute. So I had one of my best buds over. I wanted to showcase the VR headset to kind of get him to invest in one and play with me, that kind of thing. Context. I hate spiders. I don't like zombie games, and I certainly don't like zombie games at night. So like all those night levels, not for me. We went onto Steam and found a free-to-play game where you are dumped into a subway and you have like a pistol, a shotgun, and you just have to stay alive. It was his idea to conquer my fears through playing this game. And I was like, all right, fine. So I go into it and I'm killing the zombies and you're in the center of the subway. Your back's not against the wall or anything. They can come from all angles. I'm terrified the entire way. Then the lights cut and they have morphing zombies. It's awful. After you beat all the zombies, a giant spider, and I'm talking like the Hulk size, like imagine two Hulks. That's how big this spider was, is coming after you. And it's like jumping around and trying to kill you and stuff like that, right? I'm fighting this spider, I'm shooting at it, and I'm scared, just out of my mind. The spider then catches up to me and hits me like 3 times. Now granted, in these kinds of games, you get hit like twice and you die. So it hit me 3 times and I just gave up. I was like, this is it. I can't reload fast enough because you have to do everything manually. There is no like reload button. You reload through like moving your hands and doing the stuff. I couldn't reload fast enough and I just kind of gave up and I just stood there. I was waiting for the game over screen to come up and it didn't come up. So like 3 hits, no come up. 5 hits, no come up. 6 hits, I'm like, there might be a chance. So I start reloading as fast as I can, start shooting again, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. And I'm like, I'm actually about to die soon, but there's still a fighting chance. Fight till the end. I ended up winning that battle. Now, granted, most of you are going to say this is just a video game. What does that have to do with this? Or business even? I feel like when it comes to business, there's a lot of moments where it's do or die, and you either A, crumble, or B, truly dig deep and find a way to make it work. And the people that are capable of digging deep and finding the strength when there's nothing left and scraping the bottom of the barrel to make it work are the ones that win. Do you want to be the type of person that just crumbles under pressure or the one that turns to a diamond? One of my favorite quotes, shout out Sea Dog, be an outside plant. Inside plants, like the temperature's wrong or they get too much water or too much sun and they wilt, wither, and die. Outside plants go through hurricanes, winter, typhoons, whatever, what have you, and come back swinging every single spring. Be an outside plant. Next, my job that I spoke on when I was actually the manager of that senior team. Watch the last video if you haven't already. I'll put it right here, like the card. There will be times when you're thrown into scenarios and it will feel suffocating. These are moments where you show what you're made of. This is where you grow the most. Live for these moments and wear them with honor. There are going to be times where you just absolutely are in over your head and you don't know what to do, and it's going to be terrible, and it always is. But growth is painful. Change is painful, but it makes you resilient. You need to be able to continue on. You need to be able to change and welcome it, because change is always uncomfortable, and it will never be comfortable. And it's not supposed to be, because if it was comfortable, you wouldn't change. Them's the rules. Jobless after college. This is one for all the people that kind of use pain as your jet fuel. So when I actually graduated college, I didn't have a job for like 6 months. And after going through electrical engineering as my major, my throughput was through the roof. You constantly had some test that you just weren't ready for, or some essay that you had to do for like another course, or you had like some homework that was supposed to be able to, the professors thought we could do it in a night, but really it took like 4 days of just constant work. Maybe not for everyone, definitely for me, of just trying to figure out what they wanted me to learn and get done. It was difficult. So after I graduated college, I actually had such a high level of capability when it comes to all the things I could get done, and I had nothing on my plate to take care of. In these moments, the easy thing to do would be to just get a job. Anything to have money like inflow, that would definitely soothe the emotions. Well, at least I'm doing X. But again, change does not come from comfortable. And I did not want to be comfortable because you probably know at least 5 people who don't have the job that they went to college for, or don't have the job that they were expecting, or XYZ, but bills still need to be paid. So they take a job at probably like a Wawa or something. And Wawa is not a bad job. If that's what your job is, so be it. But if you went to school to be a psychiatrist and you are now working at Starbucks, wake up. You are capable. You went to school. You learned the stuff. Use the thing that you learned. I did not want to be comfortable. I didn't want to have a backup plan that was not what I had set out for or set out to. So I didn't take the job. In fact, I had 2 other job offers that I did not take purposefully because they weren't the job that I wanted. And I didn't go out and get a job because I wanted to use the pain that I was feeling, or the lack of achievement of getting the job that I wanted, that I was waiting on. And from that, I let that be my fuel. And I prefer to use that as my fuel. I feel as if in that moment I had allowed something else to kind of soothe it a little bit, then I would settle for okay. And I don't ever want to be just okay. From that, the lesson I learned is do not look for comfort while you're walking through the fire. Embrace the terrible situation that you're in and use that as fuel to push you towards the outcome that you want. You will be successful. Use the pain to push you to what you want. Number 3, and the final story that I'm going to share today. I don't want to make this video too long. I just want to get these points out really quick. This one happened fairly recently. So a couple months, I would say about it, maybe more than one. Let's go with a year ago. So a year ago, I was really into rock climbing. Why? Because I absolutely hated cardio, and I wanted something that would get me to build my back muscles, but would also get me moving a ton so that I could burn some of the chub on my stomach, that kind of thing. Sedentary life, difficult. During those days, I was really into bouldering. So bouldering is more difficult on your fingers. You really need better grip strength, and I am notoriously known for not having grip strength, so that was another reason why I was into climbing. There was one wall that I wanted to climb it, but I didn't want to climb it the way that everyone else was climbing it. And the way that everyone else was climbing it was the right way. They were absolutely right. And I don't know if it was because I couldn't or because I wanted to try something new. I don't know. But in that moment, I had set my mind on doing it one specific way. They call them a dyno. I had been at this, trying to accomplish this dyno for hour and a half, maybe 2 hours of just straight up doing one climb for 2 hours. Granted, this is in the winter, so like my toes and my fingers are in pain because if you don't know about climbing shoes are supposed to be as tight as possible to give you the support for when you're pushing against very small holds. I remember specifically, I was sitting there and I looked at my hands. The last attempt at the dyno that I did, I actually scraped the back of my hand on the inside of the hold, and I was bleeding, and it was not fun. I remember looking down at my hands, and I'm tired from doing the same thing and like expending a ton of energy, like just one after another. And my feet hurt, and my hands hurt, and like my fingers are raw from the rocks. And I look down at my hands, and my hands are quaking, like actually physically quaking from, I don't know if it was the pain from scraping my hand or just how tired I was at the moment. The only thing I could think of in that moment was another time where I told myself, it's okay. I will come back tomorrow and do the same thing, and I'll get the video that day. And you know what happened that time? That last time when I said I would get the video the next day, I came back the next day and the rock was gone. They changed the route. And I remembered that in the moment. And I said, no, I'm not going to allow them to change it, and I'll never get this opportunity again. I'm doing it now, and I'm doing it today. I sat down, and the one thing that I missed was that I kept undershooting it because I didn't truly commit. I didn't truly believe that I could actually get to the thing completely, so I was just kind of half jumping at it. And I was like, look, I don't have the steam in me to keep throwing myself at this haphazardly, like just halfway. The last time I went up to the wall, I got to the point, and I decided I'm going to throw myself up this wall as hard as I physically can, and I'll catch the hold on the way down. And sure enough, I overshot it, which was just enough to get me to the thing in the first place, and I actually did get it. In fact, I'll put the video right here. You know what? Let's watch it together. See? You see that? Right there. I did it. But what did that tell me? that reinforced that it's only over when you say it's over. If you quit, it's over. If you never quit, you cannot fail, because as you continue attempting at the thing, you will progress, because that is how things work. Continue on it and make it work. Winners never don't win. It doesn't matter the circumstances. If you're a winner, you will win. Fight the good fight. Anyhow, thank you again for tuning in for another Matthew Stories. This is what, day 7? Day 7. Signing off. See you tomorrow.